What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my garage. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all crushing life. Now, my life right now currently, as you guys may have been picking up from my videos, is a bit chaotic. It's a bit sporadic. I'm all over the place. I'm cleaning up messes, fixing cars, trying to get my life kind of in the right path forward again. And on that note, I'm already a sweaty, hot mess. It's disgusting. I've been hustling all day, running around. I picked up a new ride today, Ford V10. Ponder on that a minute because we're going to show you a little bit later in today's video. But for now, we're going to go pick up the Shelby GT350. She's done. She's ready to come back home. That means we can tuck her back in for the garage because we are going to leave her here for a while and go exploring. All right, we're going to start with it halfway down already. I don't know if we're going to make it. Oh, we're not. No way. Oh my goodness, we did somehow. Ouch, that hurt. How you doing? Thanks for wait. Okay, well, I appreciate it. Thanks for the ride. Have a good weekend. Woo, there she is. There she is. Premier doing their thing as they always do. Oh, wrong door. All right, baby blue angels. We ready to roll. Nothing like getting in a hot car when it's 90 degrees outside. The sweat today, it's disgusting. All right, we did a little adjustment on the cast of the headers and so forth, and this sounds really good right now. I'm liking what we've done. It's purty. We got a little tunnel here, just a little tap tap. Oh yeah, baby, we're back in business. So I might get some hate for this, but honestly, before the GT350 was so loud, I couldn't ever drive it. I was worried about waking up babies, offending everybody out on the road. It was fun. I had my moments of giggles, but the sound wasn't as pure could it be. And now with the change up with the headers and so forth, the sound I think is a lot more pure. It's still loud, louder than stock for sure, but it's just a pure GT350 sound with some definitely some hot sauce still though. Check this out. See, that's still nuts for sure. But I don't know how to shift. I forgot how to drive a manual. Anyways. Also, you guys know how it be. Gotta air dry every day, baby. Woo. Always feels good to get a car back home after she's been worked on a little bit. All right, now that we made it back home, I'm looking at the new Ford V10 that I didn't buy. I rented it for 2 weeks. I should show you it, but my parents are on the way with some pizza and it's blistering hot, so we're gonna eat the pizza, relax, catch our breath, and then we're gonna show you all the Ford V10. It's a beaut. Well, everybody, welcome to my Ford V10 Class A motorhome. I rented this baby. I did not buy it. I don't know anything about motorhomes. I rented this baby on an app called RV Share, and spoiler alert, the last clip of the video was over a week ago. You see, when I was picking up the Shelby, I was all excited about that because then I was going to pick up this RV Share and we were headed to an amazing family vacation up to Yellowstone, up to Glacier National Park, and I was going to reveal this RV and my excitement to all of you at one time. And then I went and picked up the RV. And then I saw the amount of work it would take to obviously get our stuff loaded up, packed up, everything. Picked the sucker up at 2 p.m. and we did not leave until 2 p.m. the next day, and we spent literally not quite 24 hours, probably 18 hours. We slept for 6, but the 18 hours was just getting it prepped and ready to go, which was not on my time docket. Then we hit the road, we're headed up to Yellowstone, and it turns out to be like the hottest week of the year. In fact, record-setting heat across the country, and I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty toasty in the RV. So then I'm thinking, okay, I'll do the reveal at the campsite at Yellowstone. It'll be exciting, like boom, here we are all of a sudden in this transformative new place, finding our inner peace and sanctuary in the woods and whatnot. And then we had to find food, and then we had grill issues because I was gonna barbecue every night. And so we had to figure out how to cook the food, and then we just ended up eating out at the KOA. And then we had to go up to Glacier, so again, still no grill. We're going up to Glacier, record-setting temp, and the generator, which runs, the generator is under, it's under one of these over here, right here. The generator, this sucker right here, the big boy, the Onan QG 5500 Cummins right here, the generator worked, but the AC was supposed to work in the cab while the generator was running, while you're not plugged into an actual campsite. And the AC in the body of the motorhome was not working while the generator was running. So that means while I was driving, the only AC we had was here. These itty bitty 2 vents right here and 2 for the passenger. That was it. The rest of this sucker with the big windshield and all that stuff, it was cooking. It got hot. I got tired. I got frustrated. I got tired, I got hot, I was sweating, and I made everybody ride in the truck. Because fortunately, we did take the Shelby as a support vehicle, because obviously once we got this big beast into the campsite, we weren't gonna drive this all over the national park. So while I was driving north through the states, Idaho, Montana, and it was cooking, everybody was able to enjoy the luxury, comfort of the 770 horsepower. Baby B had never been so happy, but I was alone in the RV, cooking. Now I did have my sister and brother-in-law come with us as well, just because, like, hey, you know what, more the merrier, right? And it was a lot of fun. We made some good memories, baby B, my wife, my sister, my brother-in-law. But we were supposed to be gone 2 weeks. And we came home early, and I was not able to film any of the journey because it was exhausting. And it didn't turn out to be the dream vacation that I thought it would be. It just turned out to be a week of work, a lot of work. Just every aspect of the whole trip was work. Now this trip was kind of my 2-week celebration vacay after retiring effectively. Yeah, that's what I'm calling my current life decision. I'm just calling it a temporary retirement. I think that's what we're gonna go with. This was gonna be kind of my celebration trip for that, and then obviously I was gonna hit the ground running with YouTube and everything else that I have planned going forward. And I don't know, I thought the Class A RV motorhome life would be kind of exciting, see the country. These things slide out here, the bed back here. This thing has a slide out as well, so the whole thing is actually quite roomy for what it is. There were just things that, besides the AC, that just weren't quite working as I expected. Like the control panel here, it's pretty cool. It's how you control all the slides and see how the water and the tanks and all that stuff are doing. But sometimes it would glitch out a little bit, which is why I'm not gonna put the slides out for you guys. Just know that this comes out quite a bit, and we get about 3 feet more of space here. Anyways, this whole trip, I was sweating, exhausted, and tired the whole week. And there were just a few other things that just kind of went wrong with this trip that I'm not going to bore you about all the details, because I don't want this video to feel like I'm just complaining about renting an RV, which obviously is what I'm doing. So now I'm going to try to return this thing early, a week early, because the daily rental on this thing, this trip cost me almost $10,000. So the RV alone for a 2-week rental was $6,000, and this was like a fairly priced RV. Basically, it was around $300 a night, roughly, taxes, all that stuff. But the next tier up was $1,500 a night. For the same time period, it was going to be $26,000. Now, I thought about that briefly when planning this trip, because I was like, no, we're gonna go hard, we're gonna go luxurious. And then I thought, no, 26 grand for something I don't know anything about for 2 weeks, that's ludicrous. So I talked myself down. We just went with 6 grand is all for the rental. Now there were some pretty nice things about this thing that I was excited about, and I do have to admit, to be honest, the bed, I slept really good, but I hit my head more than I should have on these, like, how many times do you have to hit your head to learn to dock? But when you're hot, you're frustrated, you're tired, you tend to forget, and you just keep hitting your head. I have a couple bruises on my head still from that week. Now obviously I knew, like, it would be a cramped lifestyle, right? It's a vehicle. You're not gonna have tons of room. The hallways aren't gonna be huge. But I'm gonna be honest, the wear and tear of small doorways, access areas, and so forth, it wore me down more than I thought it would. 6'6", 280. I don't know if there's many RVs that are built to sustain and support the emotional needs of a big person for that long. So yeah, that kind of wore me down too as well, but that's on me. It's I ate my veggies and fruit when I was a kid. There you go. We did also have some slight issues with the refrigerator. See, when we first got it, the fridge and the freezer hadn't really cooled down to the proper temperature. So even though I'd spent like $700 on food, the fridge wasn't cold enough, so we had to move all the fridge items to the freezer, which stocked that full, and then we lost some things. Things didn't, you know, we lost some produce and some food because it wasn't cold enough, and also because it was so hot in the RV when we put some food elsewhere in the kitchen, it just got a little hot. And there were some items, bread and so forth, that were like, I don't know, it's been cooking at 120 degrees. Maybe we don't eat that. So we did lose some food. That was unfortunate. Swiffer's here because, yeah, we got to do the final clean still. We've cleaned most of it, but we got a little work left to do. Now, as I mentioned, this thing's powered by the Ford V10, and performance-wise, it did just great. I was able to get up the mountains, the hills, and so forth, but man, when it got windy, whew, life flashed before my eyes a little bit. But I'm gonna be honest, as I was sitting there driving this thing with gale force, 70-mile-an-hour gust winds, I'm slowing down to 50, getting jerked, you're getting cranked all over the place. I thought to myself, look, 90-year-olds drive these things in the wind. If they can do it, I can do it. And I did. And we survived. I may have gotten it stuck, kinda, but the old Shelby pulled her out. We're not gonna go there though, no big deal. It was just a little bad choice on my part. Appreciate all of you. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to take some time off, but also take this next step in my life, bold as it may be. And this is my life right now. Anyways, wish you the best of luck. Make sure you go crush it. Peace. Quick follow-up for those that maybe gawked at the $10,000 price tag I threw out for this 1-week vacation. To clarify a couple things, I'm gonna break that down some more on my Instagram, so if you wanna see the actual costs, etc., check out my Instagram. Otherwise, I'm gonna go get some water.